Greetings to all of you, wherever you're listening from. I am Commander Bimal Raj, a TEDx speaker, internationally certified trainer and coach, mindset mentor, and a teen and parents coach. In this podcast, The Awkward Talks, I bring you topics that are usually considered taboo or are not discussed freely, but are some of the most pivotal things that we should be talking about.
Hello everyone. Today I want to dive into a big question that has been debated for ages. Can money buy happiness? It is one of those statements people throw around like the ultimate truth. But is it really that simple? Let's take a deeper look and unpack this topic together. Well, I'm here to tell you that yes, money can buy happiness. Maybe not in every sense, but definitely in ways that matter a lot to us. My endeavor with this podcast is to try and change your outlook towards money by the end of it. I may succeed, I may not. Let's see. I definitely would like to know your thoughts and comments. Well, to start with, there are so many quotes on this subject. One says, money can't buy happiness, but neither can poverty. Another one says, whoever said money can't buy happiness doesn't know where to go shopping. One more says, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy a whole lot of things that can bring happiness. Are all these true? Let's try and explore further. I want to first look at all the things that money can buy. The first and foremost is health and well-being. I know stories of so many people who had a great plan for their lives and saved up enough to live comfortably. Unfortunately, one medical emergency in the family threw everything under the bus and their brilliant planning got thrown out of the window. We know how much it costs for healthcare these days. If you have a lot of money, you not only have straight access to a great healthcare, but you also have amazing food and fitness options readily available to you. In case you or your loved one falls sick, you can give them the best possible care without worrying about the cost. The peace of mind and happiness that comes with knowing you can take care of yourself and your loved ones is a huge contributor to happiness. Therefore, when it comes to health and well-being, I think it would be safe to say more money means more peace and happiness. Now let's talk about our daily lives. Well, let me give you a scenario. Think about this. You wake up in the morning and after you get up, you decide what you would like to do that day. Maybe you have a desire to fly to another country to meet your child who is studying at a top university there. Maybe you just want to chill at home and play with your pet. Maybe you want to go to your workplace and get through some important meetings. I can sum up this whole scenario in one word: freedom. Freedom to choose. You choose what you want to do because you want to do it, not because you have to do it for a living. One interesting way of measuring wealth is in terms of time. Think about it. If you completely stop working today, how long can you maintain your current lifestyle? Unfortunately, most people are just 6 months away from going bankrupt. Now imagine what your life would be if you didn't have to work for money. You can work for sure, but it would be to make a difference, maybe to help someone else, or maybe even to grow bigger than who you are currently. Money gives you that choice. Money gives you freedom to choose what you want to do and when you want to do it. If that is not happiness and stress-free living, then I really don't know what is. Now let's talk about relationships. This is one area that keeps coming up as an argument against money. You love your spouse and your family. Now if they want to go abroad for vacation, you don't need to think twice. You get to buy the best clothes and accessories for your partner. If your husband loves cars, you get to gift him a German car instead of a Maruti. You can send your child to the best educational institution that is available. You know how much education costs these days. You can give your family amazing experiences, from family vacations to special celebrations or just an intimate dinner at a special location. These shared moments strengthen your bonds and create lasting happiness, and all of this is possible with money. See, when you're not constantly thinking about how to make ends meet, it becomes easier to enjoy the time together and be in the moment. I think that do count as happiness. What about personal growth and security? For me personally, personal growth is very important. How can you grow and become the best version of yourself if you're constantly worried about how to survive the month? You know yourself that you have a lot more potential than what you're demonstrating today. But you need to focus on the urgent things at work and at home to make sure that everything is going fine. So your personal development becomes the last priority for you. Towards the end of your life, you have the painful realization that maybe you could have achieved more in life if you had the resources to be more and do more. The classic should have, could have, would have conversation. If you have financial security, it not only helps people around you, it helps you immensely. It's a chicken and egg situation. The fact is that if you do not grow as a person, you will not earn more money. But to grow as a person, you need to invest in yourself. When the choice is between investing in your child's school fees versus a brilliant course that can help you, naturally the child's fees win hands down. Now, after listening to all this, who can say that money cannot buy happiness? Now, the counter argument that I always hear is that if money could buy happiness, then why do we hear stories of wealthy people, celebrities, millionaires struggling with loneliness, depression, or addiction? They have everything money can buy, yet some still feel empty inside. They say money can buy comfort, but it can't buy love, purpose, or inner peace. It might pay for a fancy mattress, but it can't fix a broken heart or a restless mind. They say that these deep emotional aspects of life can't be sorted with a big bank balance. True happiness often comes from a sense of connection, purpose, and fulfillment. I totally agree with all this, but let me ask you a question. What has money got to do with any of this? Yes, there are millionaires struggling with loneliness and depression. So are people who don't have the money. There are rich people who are under tremendous stress, but there are also people who are not rich who are also under tremendous stress. So where does money stand when it comes to these intangible things in life? The truth is that when it comes to these things, money is just paper. And when it comes to impact, money, I would say, is a precipitator. Money just brings to surface what is already there inside of a person. If someone is fearful, what happens when he has more money? He will be even more fearful with so much more money. If you are a giver, you will give more when you have more money. If you are a generally arrogant person, what do you think would happen when you become rich? See, when good people have more money, more good things will happen. So according to me, money per se does not do anything new to you. It just makes you more of who you really are inside. The only challenge happens is when you pursue money at the cost of everything else. This again is not the fault of money but of the individual. Some people quote Bible and say money is the root of all evil. Well, actually Bible doesn't say that. It says the love for money is the root of all evil. This again refers to the individual and not money. When people get obsessed with making more and more, then it becomes an issue. Well, this is true for everything from being obsessed with work to eating food. Now, when it comes to money, studies show that once you have enough and more money to meet all your needs, more money doesn't significantly increase happiness. After a certain point, the chase for more wealth can lead to stress and dissatisfaction. Please understand that it can lead doesn't mean it will. Again, it depends on the person. Why do you think a lot of millionaires and billionaires of the world spend their entire life making money and then they give it all away to charity? If money was fundamentally evil, all these people would be evil too, right? One of my mentors, T. Harv Eker, says that your income can only grow to the extent that you do. What does this mean? It means that if you need to earn more, you need to grow as a person. Therefore, when it comes to making money, it is not just how much money you make at the end of the year. It is also about how much you have grown as a person to make that money. Both go hand in hand. The journey is as or more important than the destination when it comes to making money. That is why you find the billionaires at the end of the journey, they give it all back. Finally, let me ask the pertinent question. Can happiness exist without money? Well, according to me, yes. And no, it's a tough question. Unfortunately, we live in a world where financial resources touch nearly every aspect of our lives. Some people say that true happiness comes from detachment, from letting go of material desires. This is definitely true for spiritual masters or minimalists. But what about the rest of us living in a society where bills need to be paid and responsibilities need to be met? Well, to conclude, I would say by all means make money. Make as much as you can through fair means. Consider it as a tool without getting attached to it. Live from a position of gratitude for all that you have. Remember, you will not get any more money if you're constantly worried and critical about the lack of it. Look at your life, there'll be hundreds of things for you to be grateful for. Remember, happiness is a choice. That choice you can make whether you have money or not. If you don't choose to be happy, no amount of money or facilities can make you happy. Money fundamentally is a powerful tool that if you use it wisely can support your happiness in countless ways. So use it to create the life you want, but don't let it define your worth. My request to all of you is don't use the idea that money can't buy happiness as an excuse to avoid striving for financial success. I see a lot of people using this excuse to not progress in life, to remain in their comfort zone and just be a passenger in life. Money does matter, my friends, and it can make a huge difference in the quality of your life. Let your conversation at the end of your life not be should have, could have, would have. I wish you all a happy and abundant life, one that you create with purpose, gratitude, and maybe a little extra cash along the way. It is possible only if you are willing to push yourself and go the distance. And don't ever blame money for your unhappiness, or don't run away from money saying that money is not good and money cannot buy happiness. If you like this episode, please do rate our podcast from the homepage. Do click on the follow button so that you don't miss any of our episodes. This is Commander Bimal Raj, and I will be back with another topic very soon.